Hello, welcome to my channel, Merakives. Today is a reading on whether you're on the right path or not. So we have three piles. We have a bird, we have a llama, and we have a snake. Please choose your respective piles and I'll meet you at the reading. If you chose pile 1 or the bird, this is for you. So I've already pre-shuffled and picked out the cards. So the cards you have are rejection, and then we have the Four of Swords, the Page of Wands, and that. So starting with your significator card, the rejection, what I see is you are contemplating your life choices. You are wondering whether you're actually doing the things that you wanted to do or you're doing things that you wished for. I can definitely see that you're someone who's struggling right now with a lot of options, with a lot of what ifs on your mind. So I would say that at the moment you are not on the right path. And I say at this moment because you don't really understand what your right path is. You're still discovering yourself. You're still exploring what you can do and what you might want to do. There's still so many things left untouched. There's so many things that you have to see, you have to know before you can actually decide what your right path is or basically mold your life around it. So moving on, what does your right path look like? Your right path is something that gives you peace, something that gives you comfort, something that allows you to have a good amount of rest, something that does not make you worry, something that does not keep you awake at night. It's something that gives you a peaceful, a serene kind of environment. You never have to worry about whether tomorrow will be a good day or not because you know it's a good day. It's a good day every day, right? So you will know that you're on the right path when you find your sleep schedules to be doing better than before. You're sleeping on time, you're getting a good 7 to 8 hours of sleep, and you're having a comfortable night. So, as I mentioned before, you're someone who is currently researching or exploring their options, right? So, for the card that I picked up for where you are at the moment, like what are you doing in life? It shows Page of Wands. That means at this moment, you are currently looking at the horizon and you're deciding which route to take. Do you want to take a bigger ship, a smaller ship, a well known ship? It's up to you. You're still exploring these options. Basically, you still have a whole life ahead of you. Maybe you could be young, maybe you could be older, yet you still have a broader range of options to choose from. You can go to any of the options or any of the paths that you choose, but it has to resonate within you, right? So, moving on, what can you do to get on the right path? Or what can you expect, right? So, we have the Death card. The Death card talks about transformation, changes, and not just simple changes, it's a drastic one. You might find your whole life being turned around. You might feel like you are no longer the person that you were before. So, what I can definitely say is your life is going to change for the better when you're on the right path or when you find your path, right? So, you just have to wait for a while. You have to explore your options. You have to try new things. What I'm specifically hearing is you need to look for more than what you know. It's like you're a frog inside a well right now, right? You only know the inside of the well. You only know the people inside the well, or in this case, maybe plants, other frogs inside the well. You have to leap out. You have to jump out of the well and see the whole world, right? There might be bigger lakes. There might be rivers that you want to live on. So basically, instead of staying cooped up in your own little world, get out of your comfort zone. You don't need to start risking it right away, but just explore, just look at what the outside world is like. Look what lies outside a comfort zone. I'll now be picking two cards as an advice or message for you. Okay, so the first card is I don't need to put so much pressure on myself. I can take a break. And the next card is Life is beautiful. I have time. There is no rush. So, as I said, it's all about taking your time to know where you want to go. You don't have a set path right now, right? You don't have a set path right now. You have a lot of options, you have a lot of things that you have to explore before you set on it. So, don't worry whether you are doing the right thing or not, whether you are living the life as you should or not. You are already on the path, right? You're not there yet, but you already are starting on it. It's like small baby steps. So, once again, the messages are I don't need to put so much pressure on myself. I can take a break. And life is beautiful. I have time. There is no rush. So, this is it for your reading today. If you liked the reading or if you resonated with it, please do leave a like and subscribe, and I hope you'll come back for more. Hello there. If you chose pile number 2 or the blue llama, these are your cards. We have the creation, we have 4 of wands, we have 2 of cups, and then the page of cups. So starting off, I see that you are already on the right path. You are doing greater things than you ever imagined. You may not know it yet, but you are leaving a huge impact on others. You are creating things that people will look up to. And that creation can be anything. It can be a literal art, it can be a literal structure, it could be a painting, an art, it could be a novel, it could be a poem, it could be some kind of social media accounts, anything. It's literally anything that inspires others to do or think about the same thing. So when I think about creation, I think of forming something out of things that you already have, or even from nothing. You can create anything, right? Presence of nothing means that there is a possibility of creating anything. So with that mindset, it seems like you are doing quite good on your life right now. You are currently on the way, like you're currently traveling to the right path. The end is still far away, but you have found your road, you have found your path, you have found your soul purpose, let's say. So, I picked up 3 cards for you. The first card being the 4 of Wands, which corresponded to my question: what does your ideal right path look like? So, your path is supposed to be very stable, very happy, very harmonious, very joyous, right? It could also involve some kind of romantic union, some kind of soulmate partnerships. So basically, I would say the end goal of this path is for you to be happy, for you to be in a committed relationship or dynamic so that you never feel alone. Perhaps you have felt or you have struggled with feeling lonely, perhaps you have been outcasted, perhaps you could be the black sheep of the family, or even not just family, it could be anywhere. But this card tells me that your path will lead you to the happiest family yet that you could ever imagine. Within that family, it could be blood family, it could be found family, right? It could be family through marriage, family through kinship, anything. It consists of all those people that you hold dear and those who dearly love you. It goes both ways. Please do remember that. So, next up, we have where you are at the moment. So, we got a Two of Cups. The Two of Cups signifying some kind of emotional exchange. Perhaps you're finally communicating with your own self, finally, you're true to yourself, let's say. Let's say one of them is your outer self and the other is your inner self. You're finally listening to each other. Sometimes our body wants to do something else, but our soul doesn't agree with it. And sometimes our soul wants to do something, but our body is maybe captivated in fear. They may be fearful of what's going to come next. They live in some kind of doubt, some kind of consequential mindset. So, what I'm saying is, at this moment, you're communicating freely, you are talking about your feelings, you are sharing your emotions, you are in tune with yourself, with your inner self. The other thing is, in this specific two of cards, the man or the masculine energy is reaching out to the feminine. So I would say that someone could be, I would say it's an unexpected meeting. It's an unexpected, what do you call it? An entry into your life by some kind of masculine energy or your future partner. It's someone who's going to be there for you, be your strongest supporter, be your strongest strength. Someone who's always there for you, someone who understands you in a deeper level. So I see this person coming in soon enough. He's already, I'm just saying he because it's a masculine energy, but it could be anyone really. So this person is reaching out to you very soon. If I have to give a time frame, I might say 2 months, but there is a collective, so take it as it resonates. So now for our final card, what can you do about it, or what can you expect from it? So we have the Page of Cups, which is once again someone romantic coming into your life, someone coming with romantic intentions, someone coming to offer you a proposal, right? So, seems like if you have been single for a long time, someone might be coming up to you to declare their love, or someone who has the potential to be a partner. If you're already in a relationship, I would see that there's going to be some kind of change within your partner. Maybe they could be more family oriented, more caring than before, or maybe you have reached the age where you're very in a comfortable zone around each other, very domesticated type, right? So overall, what I would say is you're definitely on the right track. Do it, keep it going, right? Do what you're always doing. Not always, do what you're doing right now. And keep in mind of this incoming partner. Before we end this reading, I would like to pick out 2 cards as a message or advice for you. Okay, so the 2 cards are: change is taking place within you. Continue to be consistent and remember that all you have to do is take it one step at a time. And the next is: I see the synchronicities and signs that guide me on my spiritual path. I understand them and keep my trust in the divine guidance that unfolds before me. So, from these 2 cards, what I would say is you have to be consistent. You have to go step by step. You are already on your path. You just have to walk a bit further every now and then, right? You have to keep on going till you reach your goal. And the next, I would say that you're missing some big signs thrown out by universe for you to catch. Perhaps you're ignoring them. Maybe you believe it to be too good to be true. Maybe you're like, oh, that's not for me, that's for someone else. But remember, the universe always has its ways to show you the signs of what's coming in. And I would like you to pay more attention to it. So, yeah, that's it for today. If you liked the reading, please do like and subscribe, and I hope you'll stay for more. So, if you chose pile 3 or this brilliant red snake, this is your reading. So, I've already pre-shuffled and picked out the cards. They are prayer, we have the strength card, the 6 of swords, and the chariot. So, regarding whether you are on the right path, it seems like you've just had a moment of epiphany, right? Where you finally understood where you should be right now. So, I would say you just reached at the gate or at the first step of the right path. Perhaps you started this journey a few days before, a few hours ago, it doesn't matter, you have already started it, right? So, what I'm also getting here is prayers. Perhaps you have wished for your right path to be something else. Perhaps there's some kind of unhealthy feelings towards it. Perhaps you feel discouraged that this is what I have to do, right? But what I want you to know is this path is destined for a reason. You are meant for this path because it's meant to elevate you. It's meant to take you to higher places. It's meant to make your life more better, more soulful, more happier. So even if this right path does not align with what your wishes were, it's going to be something that once you have completely and fully healed, you'll appreciate and you'll understand that it was actually truly meant for you. It was curated specifically for you. So, what does your right path look like? Your right path looks like someone who is in total control of themselves, someone who knows who they are, someone who has a strong grasp of what their whole being is. If someone asks you, what kind of person are you? You know the exact answer. You know who you are in and out. You are someone who knows how to control your own emotions, to control your desires, to control your wants. And I wouldn't say control in a demeaning way. It's more of a, you know the right time for everything. You know when's the right time to strike, when's the right time to stay low. Basically, you are in control of what you want to do in life, let's say. This could also stem from having controlling parents, controlling siblings. Basically, I would say that it's kind of like a trauma response to be running away from some kind of responsibility from leaderships, right? But this is what you need to heal from. You have to heal from this controlling fear so that you can fully take control of yourself, which is ironic, but that's how life works. You may have a fear of authority, you may have a fear of being in a position that could potentially harm others, and that's because they have harmed you. They were the bad guys, and you were the circus lion or the zoo lion, who, in the right place, it would have been treated way better. But in the hands of the wrong people, you are mistreated. You were not paid attention to. And this is what is kind of steering you away from this path, because you know that if you tried, or if you do tread on this path, you will have to face it. You will have to take the responsibilities that you didn't want to. And that's what keeping you stuck. I wouldn't say stuck and like you are just there, but stuck in a way that you are going round and around. You reach to the same conclusions and then you take a step backward. You go forward a bit and then take a step backward. It is still progress. It is progressing, but for yourself, for you, you feel that every time you take a step forward, it's of no use. You feel that whenever you try to do something right, something wrong happens. And that is exactly what I see in the card that I meant for where you are at the moment. I see the Six of Swords, right? Well, I don't see. I pulled out the Six of Swords. So, what this card tells me right now is you know your path, you know where you are at right now, but you still have this uneasiness to follow through it. You wish that you were not the one who was rowing the boat. You wanted someone else to row the boat for you. You want that end goal, you want that life that this path will lead you to, but you would rather not put in the work because you're still fearful of what lies in the waters, I would say. So, regarding the same authority thing that I talked about, you perhaps want to reach the same level of success, the same level of glory that you would have get if you choose to be in a position of power, but you don't want to do it. You don't want to be someone who has the power to do something in the fear that you might hurt others just like they hurt you in the past. So, it's kind of a heavy feeling knowing that you have to do what is right even though you don't like it. It's not something that's easy for you, it's something that triggers your deepest, darkest traumas, right? But I would say you are doing very well for someone who does not like this path. So, what can you do about it? And then we have the chariot. So, what you can do about it? Just bulldoze through life. Just keep on going. Make your own decisions. Move forward with and move forward with pride. You lack confidence in a lot of things. And this lack of confidence is what is keeping you still at the same place. You make progress, but you don't see it. You move forward, but you still focus on the negatives, focus on those back steps that you took. What you need to do right now is just bulldoze through it. Imagine yourself as a bulldozer who has a goal in mind, and whatever road, whatever pebble is in front of you, you can just bulldoze through it. Those problems are exactly that. Small pebbles, small stones that could potentially, like when you roll over those stones, it would create some kind of disturbance, right? It would potentially cause some disturbance, and the driver in the driver's seat would definitely notice it. But it's not a huge obstacle for you to go through, right? It's not like a huge mountain, it's not like a huge log in front of you. Those are small pebbles that you'll have to face every day, small pebbles that you will constantly face at home, at work, even outside the work environment, even outside the home. But all in all, you just have to go through it. You will keep your head high and you will walk through it determined that you will reach the end goal. I think that's what the motivation is, to keep your eyes on that end goal and go through it. Don't focus on those small pebbles. Don't focus on what that person said or what that person did. Focus on your end goal. Imagine the end goal is just right in front of you. So, look at that end goal. That's what you want. That's what you have been working so hard for. And go through it. So, before we end this reading, I'm going to pick out two cards for you as messages or advice. So, your cards are: everything that is happening now is happening for my ultimate good. As I said, focus on the end goal and think that whatever is happening right now is just for me to reach that end goal, the goal that I want in life, the place that I want to be in. And the next card is: I forgive myself and others for the situations that cause me pain. I release the resentment. So this talks about the trauma that these authorities or the people in power gave you. Okay, so that makes a lot of sense. So with this, I will conclude our reading. If you liked this reading and resonated with it and would like to see more, please do like and subscribe. Hoping to see you the next time. Bye!